why do you think people like going to, I know this is explored in every talk show ever about haunted houses, or why do you think people like going to haunted houses? Why do you think they go out of their way to be scared on this level? Not just on a roller coaster scared. They want their mortal soul like endangered.
We're cave people. And that sounds,
Great answer.
but I know, but it's because you have this thing in your brain, this muscle mass in a skull that tells you that things are happening around you, and this thing that we're trained to have, or not so trained, it's inherently in our genes, fight or flight, and you want to be right. This ancient gene, this ancient DNA strand tells you that you want to be right. You want your fears to be real. You want that adrenaline rush of like, I knew it. And it might not come out as I know it, but if I'm afraid of water and suddenly one day a shark jumps out of water, sure, I'm gonna be scared to my wits end, but deep down there's part of you that kind of is happy that it happens. So you can kind of be like, see, I was right.
See?
I should be afraid of water. And I find
I
that
think you
people just,
described my wife and all of her fears, but go ahead.
yeah, well, we want to be. It's people. There's that adrenaline rush in us. That there's that fight or flight. That because society's so controlled nowadays, people have this urge that they just want that something to tell them that that fear is real, even if it's
It's
for 20
justified.
minutes. Exactly.
I wasn't expecting that answer. I was not expecting it. And you've thought about this, and I agree with you. I
Fear is
never went in that
psychology.
direction with this before, but yeah, people like okay, people want to be validated. Like, yeah, that could happen. See, somebody else thought of it, and then it kind of happened, and therefore my reaction was, uh, I also find it fascinating, and you got to experience this, whether people are going to be fight or flight.
Yes.
Can you see it better now, having worked all these years in the industry? Can you kind of predict if somebody will like pass out in the cornfield completely, just frozen, or if they're going to be a problem that you need to back up from?
Oh yes, we have like for example, like we have personas like cauliflower Carl. Like people have the cauliflower ear from getting the boxer types that are aggressive. Like we can identify people that have certain traits or symbols or whatever tattoos. You can identify people prior to situations happening based on a very select equation of this person responds to this. Say the defensive Dan, that's a boyfriend guy who has his girlfriend there. You go up to him, you can sense irritation, so you kind of focus on the girlfriend a little bit for a second. He puts his back up. You call a postable code blank. And so as we've gone through this, my team and I have kind of built a really cool equation that we can literally identify somebody 40 minutes before an incident even happens and just literally be waiting for them at the room. We know the incident's going to happen, and our success rate in that identification is like near like a 95 percentile.
Professional. That's what that is. That is professionalism at its best. I love it.
One,
We were never there. I didn't know I was about to get my face ripped off. I didn't know anybody would charge somebody with a chainsaw. First off,
uh-huh.
I was a kid, obviously, so I didn't know what was going on. But yeah, I was definitely curious about that, as well as I had another question in my mind about, is it fantastic when you see the tough guy? It's a haunted house, they're actors, I'm not going to be scared, and you get him.
It's the
Like,
best feeling in the world.
it's the
And it's
best.
because it's when you break what their comfort level is. Like even if I'm ever in a costume and a creature thing, it's just the up to their ears where they're like, it's breaking those social bubbles that they never have anyone break. And I think that's how you can get those individuals, and it's also how you can identify right away if that person's going to be a problem.
Nice. I wanted to real quick. We have 10, 15 minutes left. If anybody's in chat or wants to ask a question of Alexander, if Ken comes back, I doubt he will. I'm not sure, just based on the length of time he's been gone. If you have questions about Dreadworks, if you have questions for Alexander, if you have questions for us, even put them in chat in Yahoo, in Twitch. We'll read them out and we'll get you answered. So if you're watching right now, jump in. Also, be sure to like, subscribe, all that stuff nobody cares about. Alexander, we're going to wrap up here. Hopefully get some questions in before we do it, because I think it's important. One of the reasons I love doing this show is so people can get a little behind the scenes, and we're absolutely behind the scenes, it looks like, for real, in the haunted house. And I appreciate that more than you know. What days do you think are the best for somebody to go to Dreadworks? For wait time, same experience. What day would you say if you should go?
I'd say people. It depends. I would say weekdays are probably the best times for reduced lineups. Weekends it does get a lot busier. So if you want to reduce lineup experience and get through faster, I'd say Wednesday and Thursdays are best. Friday, Saturday, Sundays are strangely very busy. But sometimes people want the atmosphere like that, so it kind of depends. But I would say depends on what you're looking for. If you want the high intense atmosphere, I'd recommend Friday to Sunday, or if you want
Sorry.
reduced wait times, Wednesday and Thursday.
When you guys have a special ticket on some, I believe, Saturdays and Sundays where the tour is even longer. Did I read that right?
It's more intense. Yeah.
More intense. Okay. More detail, more, yeah. Let's sell that to people now. Why does somebody want to do that?
I would say it kind of is like our actors can't perform. They perform at 100%, but they can't perform at 130% 5 days a week. And so we've kind of built it in a sense where the haunted house is scary every other day, but those special nights, our actors give an extra 30% and they turn on the special gags and open up other doors that would be too exhausting for us to do day to day. But it kind of gives people a more frightening and fear filled experience. The lights are more intense, the sound effects are more intense just because not everybody is wanting that. Not everyone wants to be scared so poopless that they
Wow.
that I
Oh
lost
my
my train
God.
of
That's
thought
just
trying
some.
to filter that. People don't want to always be scared that much, so I feel like we offer those nights just to kind of adapt. But I'd say that those nights are more intense performance wise and scene wise. People kind of just go a little bit crazier on those nights.
How is the horror community? Every town, every city has a horror community. How are they welcoming Dreadworks this year?
We're growing. We're growing out here. I think that there is a huge horror community, and what we're trying to do is bring a lot of people together. A lot of the haunted houses here are really fantastic, and so it's just about finding that
Awesome.
glue that kind of binds everyone together. So the welcome's been really great. There's a few competitive people out here, but that it's just with any industry. So it's just
Sure.
the reception's been great. It really has been.
I used to do a lot of consulting for bars and restaurants, and the new people would always have this attitude. If somebody new moves in next door to their competition, I'm like, you can't have a bar district without more bars in your area. People
Hmm.
will come to your place, maybe not like it. They'll go there. They'll go to his place, maybe not like it. Come to you. You build the more options people have, the more likely they're going to pick one and do something or many. So welcome your neighbor. Like I have
Hmm.
always suggested people treat competition like an opportunity, unless they're actively sabotaging you or trying to steal from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the community works better. It always works better. And in horror, anything event related, it always works better. At least here in Pittsburgh. And I have the vibe that Vancouver is a lot more like Pittsburgh than a lot of people know.
Hmm.
If you've ever been to both, I don't know.
Never yet. No, no, no. But that's awesome.
Come on out. Come on out. I'll show you around.
Sounds good.
I When I'm out there, I think I have to make it closer to October to come and see you guys. What are your dates? Do you close at the end of October? Do you go into November a little bit too?
Yeah, we're open until November 3rd, Wednesday to Sunday. We kind of want to give a little bit extra bandwidth because we feel that people, when they leave Halloween, they're still in the spirit for a few extra days.
Yeah.
So we've stayed open a little bit longer.
Yeah, my Halloween party is always the closest Saturday to Halloween, which is this year in November. And
Hmm.
I'm fine with it because Halloween, like we're now getting Christmas stuff before Halloween, Thanksgiving stuff way before, like in American Thanksgiving, I should say. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna extend Halloween too. I don't care. It's the best holiday. It's absolutely the best holiday.
It's bigger in the States than it is here in Canada, but we're getting there.
I don't know. You guys, I don't. I'll take your word for it. We do love our Halloween here, and I see it growing every year. And I believe without America, there would be no slutty male girl outfit, no slutty Jason Voorhees, no slutty. I think that's an American thing that we have given the world with our particular taste in horror and sex. So you're
Yeah.
welcome, world. Uh, you're giving a story and gestalt and an environment that people can definitely enjoy. And we're like, hey, we make everything sexy. Here's a sexy table. You can do that for Christmas, for Halloween, and
All
Christmas.
different
Why
kinds
not?
of haunts.
Yeah, we just do. Yeah. So, hey, I wanted to thank you first off, and definitely Ken for being here. If we don't have any questions, I just you're in the middle of doing it right now. You're taking time to talk to us. I can't encourage people enough to go check you out. I wish I was nearby to go do it tomorrow. Absolutely. It sounds amazing. Everything you guys are doing. And do you have any call outs you want to make? Anybody you want to like who's killing it this year or helped make this year happen or help make it easier? I always like giving people a platform to talk about others helping.
Yeah, I mean, we have a great team. Our management team, we have people that have like trained doing Disney workshops and worked with large companies of that nature who are really just focusing on a good experience. So we've just had an amazing team come together and help us out. And yeah, like I have a friend over at Fight Nights here, and they're really supportive in general. So just it's been a really really well received first year. So I'm very grateful for that. So everyone's just been really nice.
Congrats, man. Seriously, congrats. I'm jealous from something that I always thought about. Never, it's not my thing, but I've always loved the concept of when working in it was life changing for me. Anybody in the area who's thinking about it next year, I say write it down and talk to Alexander, because working in a haunted house is an amazing experience. The things you learn, the people you meet. I am quite positive you have met many people who met in a haunted house and got married. Haunted houses build lifelong relationships too. So, Alexander, thank you so much for being here. Unless you have something else you want to plug, get out there, an upcoming short you might be working on. We'll talk about that too. I appreciate your time, and I want to give you everything you want from this interview.
No, I feel like we covered a lot of bases, which is great. We're still doing some horror movies at Consulate Films and some big announcements coming in that regard in January, hopefully this year. So yeah, just that's all I can say on that front. But overall, this has been a great conversation, Nathaniel. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you being here. Is there anywhere people can see your shorts?
Yeah, we have some on YouTube. We're posting a bunch of other ones probably in the next, I think, month or so here. But a few of them are in development for features, so we don't really want to release too much about them. But the ones that aren't will be on YouTube. Yeah.
All right. Hey, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a fantastic night. I know you have a very busy next couple of weeks. I hope everything is amazing as it needs to be.
Awesome. Thanks so much for that. I appreciate that.
And a big thanks to Ken as well for being here when he could. I understand technology happens, and I really appreciate Ken Honigman being here and giving us his time and everything he's done. I love anybody who loves Halloween as much as me, and I'm glad I met two more tonight. So, hey guys, want to pop back up on the screen? I just we have the clip. By the way, in case nobody's noticed, Josh is a little different tonight. Do you want to play a little bit of that clip that we got from Instagram, and then we'll play us out? And I want to give people your Instagram post just a little bit, so we end with a little bit of that, and then we get out of here. And everyone have a great night.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone.
It's.
Thank you very much. Get inside! That's it. You're sleepwalkers. I want to play a game! Get inside! Not a chance, bro! Him, someone. Hate this! You're mine now!
Look at the art. Come on, get him.
Hi everybody, Alexander with Dreadworks Haunted House here. We are so excited. Tickets are live right now from $48 to $68 here at the Cloverdale Fairgrounds. I'm currently in our zombie apocalyptic nuclear narrative spore deep within the crust of the earth. It is absolutely terrifying. You can't miss it. No! God, see you soon!
Clover bells fall, a thrill shall rise. We're Baxter and Ken Honigman.